Hello everyone and welcome to the Project Cheer event for 2021. Now this is usually the event that happens right around Christmas time, so it has happened before, and I have completed it every single time, but just to give you guys the updates for the most recent version, as well as just some tips and tricks on how things might have changed and what you need to accomplish and do, we're going to put this video together just to give you guys some good ideas. So as you can see, these are all of the objects that are available during the event, and as per usual, you need to go to various planets, find these, collect these, and send them off on the EXO Request platform. Now, from the EXO Request platform, you will have to reach a certain point threshold, which I have already completed, the first of which at 1500 points gives you the throwback bundles to allow you to unlock the previous cosmetics. At 3500, you get the beanie, which I will be showing off at the end, and then at 6500, you get a scarf that is pretty cute in my opinion. So, taking a look at what these items actually are, we have our classic automatons, which are automaton 001 and 002, both of which are worth 20 points. The cubic object is worth 35 points, the stellar object is worth 50 points, the cosmic bauble is worth 75, and the astral figurine is worth 125. Now, the event takes place across a couple of different planets this time. Traditionally, this would occur on Glacio, and then the automatons would appear on some of the other planets, but they're only worth 20 points, so it does take a while to complete the event with automatons. However, this has been expanded to include a few other planets. I believe Silva, Desolo, and Calidor are confirmed, but I am not entirely sure about that. I've not verified that myself. But essentially the way it works is on Glacio, you only find these debris packages. And these debris packages also give you, have astral figurines scattered about, they have the stellar objects scattered about, and the cubic objects scattered about. The astral figurines, which are worth the most amount of points, I'm pretty sure only appear on Glacio. So if you're trying to complete the event the best way possible, I would highly suggest focusing on the astral figurines if you can, and for that, you're probably going to try to complete this event on Glacio. The other planets, however, have these misplaced cargoes, which you actually need to blow up with dynamite in order to reveal what's inside. So taking a quick little example of that, I'm going to move that slightly a bit away and blow it up with a piece of dynamite that I have prepared. As you can see, this exploded into a couple pieces of astronium. We have some of the automatons and then a cubic object. And I also launched some of my own stuff all the way over there, and that's okay. But essentially, the way that this event can be done is in a few different ways. You can choose to go find all of these objects out in the world, such as the cubic objects, the stellar objects, and whatnot. But the downside is you then have to package them for being placed on the EXO Request rocket, because the EXO Request rocket only has tier 1 slots. The other way is to do it through mass production. Each of these items has a recipe laid out before it. The automatons can be made with 1 scrap each, the cubic object can be made with a carbon and a scrap, the stellar object can be made with a glass and a scrap, the cosmic bauble can be made with an astronium and a scrap, but you cannot make the astral figurine. So the most valuable object that you can craft is the cosmic bauble. The most valuable object that you have to find is the astral figurine. And this again comes down to what resources you have a lot of. If you have a lot of graphite available, it might be in your best interest to go to Glacio and search around and package the astral figurines and send them off. I personally chose to only focus on packaging the astral figurines and the stellar objects. The cubes, in my opinion, were not the most worth it because they're not worth that many points, and instead I scrapped them, as each of the cubes are worth 1 scrap each, and during the course of the event I got 93 scrap, which is not too bad. It's not crazy, but it's still pretty good. It allowed me to trade for more graphite when I was running out of packagers. The other method, of course, is the mass fabrication method. The automatons are pretty easy to make just because they are a single scrap, and they do print relatively quickly. However, the cosmic baubles are definitely the way to go here. If you have enough astronium sitting around, because astronium has very recently only been given a use, you might still have quite a bit just hanging out. In that case, fabricating the cosmic baubles is very, very easy. As I'm going to show you, the recipe actually goes very, very quick. You can print all of these from the small printer. As you can see, it takes a very, very short time to print cosmic baubles, and at 75 points, this is quite worth it in my opinion. So as I said, I chose to do the packaging method. Basically just created a rover segment that had everything I needed on it. I had a trade platform to trade for more graphite if I needed it. I had storage for various purposes, an extra request platform to trade or to send off the points as I am mobile, so I didn't have to continuously bring stuff, come back to base, go back out again. I could all just do it from one location. And then an extra large shredder just to scrap all of the cubes and those extra debris, the extra debris drops, just to get a baseline of extra scrap that I could use to then trade for more graphite if I needed them for packagers and whatnot. So I found this to be pretty easy. I completed the event in about 2 hours. If you have all of the materials already, you can definitely complete it in like 5 to 10 minutes if you really want to, but that is entirely your prerogative. That being said, the actual cosmetics for this event are pretty sweet in my opinion. So the cosmetics that you get are the beanie. I forget the first name. It is the Boreal beanie. So the Boreal beanie, it's just a nice little snow cap. And then you also get a mask, which is the pudding warmer. Now the pudding warmer, in my opinion, is a little bit high up for the scarf. It looks a little bit funky. However, it does look very, very good on some suits. For example, I found it looked very, very good on the Tundra suit. And as you can, I didn't save. And as I'm sure you can see, there we go. As I'm sure you can see, with the hat and the scarf, the Tundra suit actually looks pretty good, and it looks very goofy when you run as well. It looks like a little kid trying to go inside and get some hot chocolate. It's very, very goofy, but I love it a lot. So the cosmetics for this event are pretty solid. I would definitely implore you to definitely complete this event if you can. It's not the most challenging. The point thresholds are not super high, and it's relatively easy to go through if you have all the materials beforehand. I do want to highlight though, you do have 32 days to complete this event. You do not have forever. Some of the events have been 60 days, 70 days or so. This one is a little bit on the shorter side, so make sure you get in to play this relatively quickly because you don't want to miss these cosmetics. But for that, that's kind of all I really have for you guys. This event has been around a few times before, so it should be relatively familiar for some of the veterans. But for anybody who has not completed this event before, it's not super tricky to complete, and hopefully this information gives you a decent way to go about it. So thank you all for watching. Hopefully we'll see you guys in the next set of videos, and until then, take it easy. Have a good day, guys.